Hey guys, say I don't know why they give us notification messages like updates in the live. Like, why would y'all do that? I'm trying to go live. Welcome back. Welcome back. I know it's been a while since I've done live on YouTube, but I am kind of reworking the way Sunshine Haze goes. Sunshine Haze Co goes. So while I get these cards shuffled, I will tell you guys about the updates, and if you want to skip through this part, feel free to. I will have everything time. What is this card doing in this deck? This does not belong in this. All right, so I guess I'm giving a quick general read before I tell you guys about all the good stuff. I'm reading with the Prism Oracle today. This card is from the Fountain deck. For those of y'all that don't know me, my name is Aja, and I have a Capricorn rising placement. Organization is very important for me, so I'm not entirely sure how this card from a completely different deck ended up in this Oracle. And this is a tarot deck. This is the Oracle deck. Like, I don't know how this happened. It's interesting. So I guess this is, for this to be here, this must be a message for the collective. I'm doing a collective read. I was shuffling and noticed this, and it's sitting by illumination. What's underneath that? Magic. Okay, we're gonna go illumination and magic in the fountain. So this fountain card is from the Fountain Tarot deck, and oh, y'all need some light, huh? That is that better? Let's move some things around so we can see the cards. Yeah. So the Fountain card is from the Fountain Tarot deck. These two cards are from the Prism Oracle. This was mixed in here somehow. What I am getting with this energy here, and this doesn't surprise me because we did just have an Aries solar eclipse. We're about to have another eclipse when we have this full moon coming up. And the energy is really shifting. Like, that energy is very powerful, it's very magnetic, it is very abundant, it illuminates things for us. And you literally have this illumination was sitting behind it, and you've got magic here. So what I will say, well, all of us, we've got magic here. So what I will say is that this month of April, all the opportunities are going to become, they're going to become visible to us. They're going to become tangible to us. And also with the Fountain card, there's an energy here that gives us the ability to actually tap into these. Ooh, I just looked up at the clock. It is 1:01 where I'm at. I'm going to give that 1 energy and 11 energy amplified by 0, okay? Got some master number energy rolling around in here too. So big enlightenment, big illumination. That's a big creative energy too. So I feel like passion projects coming in, opportunities associated with the things that we're passionate about, and just really seeing how we can put ourselves on the path or in the spaces that we want to be, on the path to the spaces or into the spaces that we want to be in the spaces and in the situations, in the relationships, and the connections that'll make our hearts beat, the things that tug on our heartstrings, that give us really good, positive, abundant, poppin' energy on the inside. Like, you feel good on the inside. It's the energy that I'm getting here. So for this month, with this energy, these cards happening to be in the deck while I was shuffling with this random Fountain Tarot card sitting in there is a message here to say that, April's going to be a month for possibilities and opportunities, and it's just really going to be up to us on an individual level as to whether we tap into it or not. Okay. That's the collective general message. That is so crazy. I don't know how that card ended up in there. That's wild. All right, so let's now that I have found a random card in my deck, let me light the sage and shuffle the decks and tell you guys about what SunshinehazeCo has going on, okay? I took a break over the winter time, and I said I was going to start back up in the spring, and things were going to look a little different, and they do look a lot different. So what is going to be happening from here on out, I will still be doing the monthly and weekly general collective reads live. I do the monthly reads on YouTube. If you're not following me on TikTok, you should follow me on TikTok, because I do the weekly pulls over there. And depending on how the live goes, sometimes I will do free yes or no pulls at the end. So if you want some free readings, that's probably the only place you can get them from me, aside from watching these videos, obviously. So Follow me for general reads. Now, here's where it gets good. I also just made a Patreon, and I did just get my first Patreon subscriber, but you know, I just put it out there. I haven't really been marketing it like that, and I need to get better with it. But with that being said, I have several different memberships that you can sign up for. And in those memberships, all of them, you will have access to the monthly love readings and the monthly financial readings, okay? You also get access to all of the full videos about the moons and the retrogrades and all the things. I'll put up a couple on my channel and make them public for everybody, but the paying customers, my paying clients, are going to be getting all the good, the really, really, really good stuff. And I know you guys like money and love reads, so if you want more reads than just the general ones, you are going to need to subscribe, become a SunshinehazeCo member, and there's a lot of other good stuff in those Patreon memberships as well. It's not just tarot videos. I'm doing astrology content, numerology content. There's some workbooks. There's a tarot moon journal, which you can purchase separately, but if you want it for the free, you can get it in one of those subscription memberships. What else is in there? Also, if you sign up for one of those memberships, you get a personal reading. I will do a personal reading for you every month. Let's fix this, because I don't want you guys to have a glare there. You know what? We'll get to it. We'll see how it looks when the cards get flipped over. Like, what else? What else is that? That's pretty much it. That's how you can get personal readings. I still offer, you know, regular single spreads. You can book those the same way you used to. Find the link down in the description box. I'll have timestamps up here after I finish doing this video for you guys, okay? Like, is there anything else I need to tell you? It's eclipse season. I have eclipse readings. I also have retrograde readings. We're in retrograde season. It is Mercury retrograde. Click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my link tree, and those first 3 links are pretty much everything that I just talked about. Just, you know, use your eyeballs and click on the one that you want to go to. And yeah, that's it. That's it for the shameless plugs. I think, y'all, let's get into the reads for this month. This is going to be all signs. I'm going to start with Taurus because we're in Taurus season now, okay? Sun, moon, and rising. Again, this is general. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'll be reading with the Prism Oracle and the True Heart Intuitive Tarot deck. I'm going to pull an oracle and a couple cards for you. Give you a quick little spread as far as the energy of, we are now in April. The year seems to be moving by quickly, but also kind of slowly at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're already in April. But at the same time, I'm like, it's only April. Which I don't know what I'm waiting for, but I do have that feeling. All right, let's get into it. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. What's popping for the month of April? What's the energy for people with those placements for this upcoming month? And I'll flip all the cards after I get your tarot. Taurus sun, Taurus moon, Taurus rising. What is incoming energy? Energy they're tapping into, all the things for April 2023. People with those placements. Thank you in advance. Oh, I did forget to mention. I did forget one thing. So since I just started my Patreon as a little incentive, the next 10 people to subscribe for a membership, and my membership started at $10. I wanted there to be an affordable one, and I then also wanted there to be one that made sense for all the content I was putting out. So the cheapest one is $10. The most expensive one is $100. Obviously, you get hella shit in the most expensive one. But the next 10 people to sign up for a Patreon membership will get a free chakra bracelet from SunshinehazeCo. And when you sign up, I'll go in and send you a message and ask you which one you want and get your address and all those things, okay? Oh, we needed another card for Taurus. All right. That was the other shameless plug. Now let's get into it for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Got creativity, the 6 of Cups, and the 5 of Wands. Okay. So Taurus, this is going to be a poppin' month for you guys. The energy is really swirling around for you. It's really shaking and moving. You've got creativity for your overall energy, and you got the 5 of Wands here with it and the 6 of Cups. So right off bat, what I do get is that a lot of you guys, and this came out in that general message that I got at the beginning, a lot of you guys will be in spaces to where you're doing creative things or passion projects. But when I obviously got the creativity card, You guys are ruled by Venus. You do carry a naturally creative, passionate type of artistic type of energy, okay? And that's, you're going to be resonating with that this month. So that's really good. You're kind of in your element, in your bag. If you, I mean, if you're current, you know what that means. But I be watching baddies, y'all, and it blows me how much they play that phrase out. Like, we got to get to the bag. We got to get our bag. We got to da, 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 da. And I guess for me to be talking about that, that's also a message for y'all for this month. It looks like whatever it is that you get into is going to be bringing you some money. You're gonna be in your bag, get into the bag, whatever the case may be. It involves the bag, okay? Because you have the Six of Cups here, what I will say is that for some of you, these opportunities to get your hands mixing and mingling with things that bring about your creative energies, also your natural talents and skills. So if you're not necessarily an artistic creative person, think about what you're good at and apply this card to that. Okay, so like if you're good with numbers, this might mean there's some sort of opportunity coming in for you where you get to really crunch numbers, and you'll be crunching numbers and raking in numbers because you'll be getting paid a lot for it. Okay, but with the Six of Cups, what I do get is that for a lot of you Tauruses, Sun, Moon, Rising, you'll be coming into spaces where there are opportunities or doors opening for you that are associated with things that are connected to your natural talents. They also may be things that you have done before. So what I really get is this energy of something that really moves you. So I'm going to give you an analogy to give you an example to give you an idea what I'm talking about. Okay, so say like you're a vocalist, you're a singer, and you used to sing a lot, and maybe you used to be in choirs, maybe you used to record in the studio, maybe you actually used to professionally do something with that, right? And then life happened for everybody, and you ended up going down a different career path, okay? What the type of energy that I'm getting from these cards is this month, there may be some sort of opportunities coming in for you in which you get to start singing again, and people are going to pay you for it. There's a return to the things that we love is what's coming up for us here. Now, I do want to speak very quickly to the Five of Wands, because this gives me good energy, but it also gives me a little bit of chaotic energy for y'all, which is funny because for Taurus, you guys are a sign of comfort. You guys are not necessarily a very active sign when it comes to like really abundant, fiery type energy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you guys are earth sign, you do the work, but you guys are not known for being super active. You know what I mean? Y'all are an earth sign. So what I get with the Five of Wands is that, one, it may be a lot of opportunities coming in for you. You may be doing a lot. And two, you may be doing too much, if that makes sense. So like I get that at some point. I also get for you Taurus is that it might be quiet for a second, and then all of a sudden things just start coming in for you. They just start popping in for you, and then you take all these opportunities, and then the next thing you know, you look up and you're like, oh shit, this is a lot. I don't know if I can spread my time and my energy into all of these things equally. And so that is the message of advice for you for this month. There's going to be opportunities coming in for you, Taurus, but you are going to have to use your own discernment to figure out what needs priority, what you actually have the time and the energy for right now, and then put your energy into that. Those other things, if they are meant for you, they will circle back around. And that's just what it is. Anything that you are meant to come into alignment with, if you don't line up with it at the right time, if it's really meant for you, it circles back around for you, okay? So don't worry about having to put a few of these wands off to the side so you can, really ignite the spark with a couple of wands and really get it rocking. Don't worry about that. Put your effort where it needs to go for the time being. And then once you get that taken care of or settled, or you get that going to where it's building up and you can step away from it and let it do its thing, then you can focus on those other wands. Be mindful of spreading your energy too thin this month, but that's the only, I guess, bad message or warning message that I have for Taurus for the month of April. Outside of that, opportunities and things that really make you happy, things that you're really good at, will be coming in for you. Okay, let's get the cards back in the deck and we will get into Gemini. And if you are a Taurus, and I know it's the middle of the day, I wanted to do this last night, but I got a lot of videos to get done and a lot of stuff to do today in true Mercury retrograde fashion. I am a little bit behind. So if you are a Taurus and you are watching this, or if you happen to watch this at some point later and you enjoyed that read, do me a favor and give me a little like, follow me, or subscribe to me. This is YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Send in some tips for gratitude if you should feel so moved. I do appreciate those. All right. Let's get into Gemini. What do we got for Gemini for April? I was going to say for April, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what do we have for April 2023? What's the overall energy for people with those placements? Again, reading with the Prism Oracle today and the True Heart Intuitive Tarot for anybody that pulls cards for themselves and really likes these decks. Those are what they are called. I am not an affiliate for either of them decks, and they don't pay me, so you're going to have to get on Google and look for them if you want them, because they are not going to be linked in my description box. For anybody that is trying to develop or, you know, grow their page on YouTube, here is just a pointer for you guys. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, April. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm tripping. This is May. We're going into May. That read was for May. I am so sorry. Or maybe it was for April for Taurus. Ugh. See what I mean by, see what I mean, y'all? For Mercury retrograde. I'm glad I caught that, because that would have bothered me so much later, because I know I'm reading for May. But as I mentioned earlier, that Capricorn rising would have me so heated. I'd be like, how did I do this? How did I do this? But as I was saying, for anybody that is trying to grow their channel on YouTube, here's just a heads up for you. Try not to put too many links in your description box. YouTube kind of silences, I guess is a better word, videos that have a whole bunch of links in their description boxes. So if you have like a bio link page, try to just do that in your description box, so that YouTube is not like, oh, they're spam and they're trying to sell a whole bunch of stuff. Because yes, most of us are trying to sell stuff, but like, try to get a bio link page and just put 1 or 2 links in your description box if you can. That will help. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for May 2023. And to the Tauruses, don't be mad. It's for May, okay? It's for May. It was for May. I'm not starting this video over. You got Strength. Ooh, and you got 2 major arcana cards, Gemini. The Magician and Temperance. Okay, so, I pulled your cards and I had to take a deep breath. It's a lot. May is busy. And maybe not necessarily on a physical level. May is busy as far as the head space and the heart space goes, and your energy goes, is kind of what I'm picking up on. This is more of a underneath the surface type of energy that I'm picking up for you. Gemini, I get that some of you guys might be going through some things, some major life changes, and in true Gemini fashion, there's this kind of message of duality. Like, for some of you guys, the changes may seem very negative, but keep in mind that anytime something is crumbling or breaking down or ending, it's because it's meant to. On another hand, I get that for some of you guys, the changes are not negative, but you might be a little nervous or anxious about them or hesitant for some reason. What I would like to say for Gemini, for this month, this upcoming month of May, you guys really have to step into a space of alignment. Like, you have to get in. This is the best way I can put it, is you have to get in tune with your heart. You know, people say you need to get in tune with your intuition. You need to get in tune. You need to get aligned. Yeah, with your higher self, of course, obviously. But this is a month in which you need to get in tune with your heart and also your head. You need to tap into that Gemini mercurial logic, and I know that's a little hard with us being in a Mercury retrograde. I'm sorry, y'all. I know your planet is out of whack, so y'all probably are going through it this month. I be feeling bad for Virgos and Geminis anytime Mercury's in retrograde, because I'm like, dang, y'all's planet be tripping 3-4 times a year. And so y'all be really, really probably tripping 3-4 times a year, going through major, major shifts 3-4 times a year. This is one of those times, Gemini. You've got the Magician and you've got Temperance. So there's also a message of patience here for you as well. Like, something has shifted for you recently. I get foundationally, so either Gemini, this could be very specific for somebody. Somebody either changed jobs or left a relationship or got into a relationship or went to a new job or something. Something big is shifting for you or is getting ready to shift for you. And I feel like you are going through the emotions with the changes, and that could range from being very happy and being very positive and anticipatory about what's to come. And then on the flip side, you could be very upset, very depressed, very angry with the changes that are being made. This is a time in which you need to focus on creating peace within yourself, if that makes sense. You need to quiet your head and your heart for a little bit. And that's not to say stop feeling your feelings and stop thinking about things, but you need to approach them in a different way. So as opposed to letting feelings and thoughts consume you, you need to start working through the feelings and the thoughts throughout this month. You have the Magician card, which I associate with Gemini energy, okay? And you've got the Strength card. So you might be going through, am I hungry? My stomach is, I don't know if y'all heard that little baby growl, but my stomach started growling. This is a month in which I also get the message in which you're going to have to be like 10 toes with this Strength card. You are going to have to, ooh, that's interesting. You're going to have to stay strong in your boundaries, Gemini. Don't relapse, whatever that means. That's the message I just got. Do not go back to whatever it is that you were doing. Everything that's happening for you throughout this month, everything that's changing is because you need to be out of that energy. You need to be in this new space. The Magician card means you have everything you need to put yourself in the spaces and places and energies that you want to be in. But there's also a message here that comes. This is the first. Well, it's not the first card of the major arcana, but it's the first. It's number one. There's a Fool, but it's number one. This is an initiative energy. You have what you need. You have what it takes, but you got to initiate the change. The universe, God, your angels, whatever it is that you believe in, they're shaking things up because it's like, hey, you done missed the mark. You need to be out of these energies. It's time for you to be in these energies, in these spaces. But that's all they can do. You have to initiate the rest of that. Okay, Gemini? So that's all I got to say for you. That's all I got for your messages. If you want a personal reading, rewind back to the beginning and get all that info, or click on the link in the description box. That's all I got for you, Gemini. Okay? Okay. All right. Let's get into Cancer, the best sign. And yes, I do have a bias because not only is that my sun sign, it is my moon and my rising. Whew, only 3 signs in and my stomach started growling. This might be a little rough, tough, and dirty. And I have a meeting scheduled in about an hour. Like, can I get the rest of these done in an hour? I think I can. All right. Cancer sun, Cancer moon, Cancer rising for the month of May. What is the energy? What is the theme? What are these people, these placements tapping into during this month? Oops, just kidding. Well, I guess we got that ready for Cancer. That deck is bigger. And so my habit is like the way most of my Oracle decks are bigger than the tarot cards. So I usually think the bigger deck is the Oracle deck. So we'll pull them tarot cards in a second. Cancer sun, Cancer moon, Cancer rising. What is the overall energy for the month of May? What's popping for people with these Cancer placements? What's coming in? What are they tapping into? Thank you in advance. Please give me some good cards because this is my sign. Give me some good stuff. It's like we always do it this time. I go for mine. I got to shine. And throw your hands up in the sky. I don't know why. That song's in my head. That's the message for Cancer. What are y'all doing this month? What are y'all getting into? I'm okay with that. At least that message. Let these cards match what I just heard in my head, please and thank you. Cancer sun, moon, and rising, May 2023. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I'm good. Good energy. Whew, I'm nervous. Trust. Ooh, baby. Okay. That's why I was singing that song. Trust the process, Cancer. You got the Two of Wands and the Six of Discs, the Six of Pentacles. We taking off this month. I just got like what's that? I can't get the song because I'm still hearing Good Life in my head, but there's another song with Kanye West and Jay-Z, the Liftoff song. Shit's picking up this month. I get the energy that things are picking up for you this month. I also get the energy that Cancer, very much so, like, I think that might have been Taurus that I was reading for, very much so like Taurus's energy. It's like 1 minute you might close your eyes, lay down and take a nap, and then you wake up and you've got emails and text messages and phone calls, and they're all like, hey, we need you to come do this. Hey, we want to pay you to do this. Hey, we looked at this. We saw your portfolio. We X, Y, and Z, and you are the person we need. I feel like you are going to be in high demand. You've got options and choices here with the Two of Wands. When I read with this card, it's like, ooh, there's paths that you can take. But because I got the Two of Wands, I do get that you might have to make some decisions as far as whatever it is that you choose to do. But whatever it is that you choose to do, it's the starting, not necessarily the starting phase, but you're in it's like the half point, kind of like a full moon cycle. Let's speak to the moon, because Cancer is ruled by the moon. Speak to the moon. So, the new moon is the start of the cycle. The full moon is the start of the end of the cycle, but that's also the cultivation period. This is like full moon energy for you. And this comes after the Five of Pentacles, which is a very like destitute, like fucking, I don't have anything. I'm sad out here type of energy come. So what I also get, Cancer, is that if you've been in the trenches, in the ruts, down in them little ocean trenches, this is where the energy shifts. And I like this because this is right before we go into our season. Okay. So by the time we come up on our birthdays, Cancer, we are literally going to be in our element, in alignment, really doing the things that we wanted to do. But I will say, I get this energy that it's like the starting phase is like entry level. Not necessarily, for some people, it could be entry level, but what I get is like the start of something new, the start of some, I'm good. I keep getting that. I go for mine. I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. Okay, I'm going to give y'all a message that I speak to in my own life. And this is when you want something, you don't ask for it. Don't go up and be like, can I have this opportunity? Can you do this for me? Can you, don't ask for it. Just go up and present yourself and demand the opportunity. And if they don't want to give you the opportunity and the opportunity ain't meant for you, that's okay. Something better is out there. I get with that, the way I read, the way sometimes my messages channel, I get visualizations, or I get sounds or music. Sometimes I get smells. I don't like when that happens, because sometimes them smells is not all good, but like I'm getting the music today. And when I get a specific song that I know I ain't heard, like I could not tell you the last time I listened to that song, and I'm getting a specific line from it, that is the message for you for this month. I got to shine. I goes for mine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. Go for gold, Cancer. Go for it. Go for it. You got the Two of Wands, light, your fuel, your fire is lit. It's time for you to take off, okay? Lift off. I said that too, didn't I? I can't get that melody in my head, but I'm literally seeing that gold album cover in my head, though. Like I'm seeing my phone with the gold album cover, and I'm seeing Lift Off, Jay-Z and Kanye West. May is lit. It's going to be busy. And it's also, like I said, 1 minute you're out, you're taking a nap and you're chilling. The next minute you wake up and you're like, oh, I got shit to do, which is, it's good. And you're going to be that initiative I feel that entry level message I'm getting is that things are going to look so different from you. And it starts in May. So keep your eyes peeled, keep your eyes open, keep doing the work, even if you feel like you haven't been seeing a return, because baby, your return is coming. It is coming. And that is all I got for Cancer for the month of May. I'm going to leave that there. I think that's a good read. Thank you Thank you, thank you, thank you for those messages, because I did say, I said, please give me some good cards, and y'all gave me some good cards. So thank you, much gratitude. I appreciate it. I am going to eat like a little cracker or something because my stomach is growling. Forget that. Before I read, I really gotta eat for real because I use a lot of energy. Right. Sorry, I'm not trying to give y'all food ASMR, but I need it. My stomach said, girl, all signs? You want to do all signs? Okay. I got some all signs for you. Sounding like Rack City, but not because I got to sit on the toilet, because I need to put some food in there. Okay. Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising was popping for the month of May 2023. What's the energy for people with those Leo placements? Rack City, bitch. Rack City. Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch. 10, 10, 10, 20, bitch. Okay, Leo, maybe, because I'm still singing it. Y'all gonna make some money this month? Leo Sun, Moon, Rising. What's the energy? What is the energy for May 2023? It's crazy how one little piece of food will do so much for you. I literally ate one cracker. A cracker, like for real, I ate a cracker. And my body is like, we're better. Leo. Oh. Okay. All right, well, if you're new here, I do not sugarcoat my spreads. I keep it very real. If you like just fluff when you see cards like this, I am not the reader for you. This month, Leo, you got sadness, the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. So, okay, we can speak to the sadness card. I'm not really getting like depression type sadness. I'm more so getting like a type of like, you have to take an L type of sadness, or you took an L type of sadness. Something is shifting. You're walking away from something, or something has walked away from you. That could be a person, that could be a job, that could be an opportunity, or you could be preparing for something to change. Like you may have been going for something that just wasn't it for you, or you may have, for some of you, this does speak to relationship. You may have been in a relationship that you really wanted to work out and it just didn't. That is a message that I get. You got 2 8 cards coming up here for you. This is a karma number for me. I associate the number 8 with cycles, karma, infinity, and also I say exponential growth, but like growth is the best way I can put it. Like almost, it's in a number of ascension for me as well. 7, 8, 9 are ascension numbers for me. Every numerologist is different. That's the way that I interpret the numbers, okay? But you got the 8 of Wands and you got the 8 of Swords. So this tells me, Leo, this month you are going to be in your headspace a little consumed with the changes that are ensuing, or the changes that you have to bring about, or the changes that have already happened, okay? The energy for you, honestly, for this month is really just thinking, giving careful, very, very, very careful consideration to the way you want to move in life from this point. You've got the 8 of Swords and you got the 8 of Wands, right? So this is thinking and this is movement. So Leo, you have got to really think about what you want, what you need, what you can contribute. That is important to remember too. And what is actually meant, like what in your soul, what do you feel like you need to be in alignment with? And sometimes that does come with the answer of not with what you got going on right now, and you got to step away from that, and that could be where the sadness comes from. I don't, like I said, I don't get big like depression energy. I get big disappointment energy from this card, if that makes sense. Get that you are disappointed. You might be disappointed this month about the way something worked out. But what I will tell you is, by way of the way that works out, it puts you in a headspace to where you have to start thinking about, you have to take your lessons from it. Whatever chapter is closing, this is, you know, if you think about school, when they would assign reading chapters, they always had questions at the end of every chapter. And it would be like, what happened in this chapter? What was the main character's lesson here? What was the theme of blah, blah, blah? Like, you know, and that's kind of what you're going to be going through this month. You're doing the homework assignment for the chapter that you were closing, or the chapter that just closed. And once you do that homework assignment, I mean, the only person that gets to grade it is you, and it's really just for your reflection. But there's a message here that says you got to do that homework assignment in order for you to take charge into your next space, because you're not going to get very far, and you also will not even make it to where you're trying to get to without learning the lessons and making the changes and tapping into the growth that was meant for you from this chapter that you just went through. Okay, so you know, it's kind of like the message of insanity. They say you keep doing something over and over expecting a different result. That's insanity. That's what's in here for you, Leo. You can't keep going back to do the same thing over and over and over and thinking that it's going to change, because honestly, one time, cool. Two times, maybe it's habit. Three times, all right, maybe this is just how it is. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, it is what it is. You know, take it for what it is, charge it to the game, and move on to the next. Like, get your life rocking and rolling. Whatever this is over here, you've got to let go of that. Like, you gotta move out of that career space. You gotta break away from that particular relationship. You gotta shut that friendship down. You gotta stop with those certain habits, because they're not serving you and they're gonna keep you very stagnant. And especially if them situations are karmic, when you stay in stagnant spaces and energy you ain't supposed to be in any longer, is when shit starts to hit the fan, and that's when your life starts to get messed up. So you have the opportunity here to prevent your life from getting messed up. It's like a fork in the road. Do you want to walk the path of, okay, clarity and lessons learned and growth, or do you want to not walk a path anywhere and just maybe look down the path and sit there at the fork in the road and wonder, oh, well, what would have happened if I did this? Just do what you're supposed to do, Leo. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to suck it up. It's time for you to change the energy. It's time for you to make some changes. And when you make those changes, you have good stuff coming in for you. Just, you know, when I tell people, when cycles close, don't look at it like an L. It's clearing out space for you to step into the things that you need to step into and have the clarity and the energy and the time that you need for it. Okay? And that's your message. That's all I got for you, Leo. We'll get into Virgo next. I don't know what I was trying to spell, but it wasn't Virgo. There we go. Alrighty. Shuffle for Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and Virgo Rising. What is the overall energy for people with these Virgo placements for the month of May? What's poppin'? I still feel so bad about y'all's, excuse me, y'all's sister earth sign, Taurus. I had April written on their little thing, but it was for May. I promise. Because April is coming on. And that's why I got to be doing my calendars on time. Because the only reason I wrote April on there is because I looked up at the wall and it said April. But I mean, in my defense, it is the 1st of May. It's the 1st of the month. Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. What's poppin'? May 2023. Ooh, movement. It's the 1st of the month. Get it. You got movement. The Lovers and the Ace of Discs. I get two. Oh boy. I get 2 messages for you, Virgo. Oh boy. Okay. So this is very specific, this first one, and I'll read the general, but I want to get this out before it leaves me. Very specific. It will not resonate with everybody, but it's going to resonate with somebody. Virgo in relationships, or Virgo's heavily romantically involved with somebody who would be upset if you was messing with somebody else. This message is for you. Just be single. Just be single, okay? You got some cards here that show me that you're trying to go mix and mingle in some other things, but you haven't either taken care of home, or you haven't let home know that you don't want that to be home no more. Virgo, come on. Come on now. If you want to either have the conversation of opening the relationship, or have the conversation of wrapping the relationship up so you can go do what it is that you want to do, okay? Because the energy that I get here is wherever you're straying off to, it is very possible that that is more of a soulmate for you than where you're at now, and that can cause some problems. So if that is what you're tingling into, you putting your little feelers out into, Virgo the Virgin, just, I was gonna say man up, woman up, whatever up, just step up to the plate and have the tough conversations. Tough conversations can actually save people a lot of hurt, a lot of heartache, a lot of anger, a lot of disappointment, a lot of sadness. Like in the moment, it might be bad, but think about it. You have that conversation, they quickly have to accept it, and then life goes on for the both of you. Now you don't have the conversation, and then they find out, and then it's a big old blow up. So just have the conversations of either I want to go explore, but I still want this to be home, or I want to go explore and I don't want this to be home no more. All right. All right. Now, speaking to the general message, Virgo, what I have here, you got movement, the Lovers, and the Ace of Discs. So what I will tell you, and this is a very similar message for a lot of the other signs. Well, I've only read a few of the signs, but for the ones that I've read, this is a very similar message, okay? This is a month where things start to shake and move for you. If they've already started shaking and moving, this is a month where you're really, really, really doing the work, okay? I do get that you could be starting a new career. You just started a new job, or you're getting ready to start a new job, but you will really, really like it. It is something that is going to be fulfilling for you. You've got the Lovers card here. I also get that for some of you Virgos, you could be starting a business or some sort of project that is like you are just in alignment with that. Like, this is it. This is your money maker. This is your career. This is what you are supposed to be doing, is the energy that I get here. And then I will also speak to another message that I get here for you Virgos that are romantically involved, or maybe not romantic. It could go either way. There is an energy that some of you could be coming into a space with a soulmate type of person who you have potential to actually build something with. You've got the Ace of Discs, the Ace of Pentacles, which is a foundational card. And I do give Pentacles to relationships as well. Yeah, we associate the Water cards, the Cups cards with that, but relationships are foundational. Love is foundational. So I associate that with, I was gonna say with Capricorn too. So that's not what I meant to say, but for some of you Virgos, if there's a Capricorn in your life, it is very highly likely that you could build something with this person. Now, if we talking about that other message from before, Virgo, if you are intrigued by a Capricorn and you in a relationship with not a Capricorn, have a conversation. I will say, if you are in a relationship already, especially with a Capricorn, this could be a point in which the relationship gets more serious. You could be moving in literally with them. Y'all could be moving together to another place. But literally building something that is very abundant, that needs to be nurtured, but has the energy here of already being nurtured. So that's why it's going to be abundant. But you got a lot of shaking and moving this month, and it could be in the career space or it could be in the relationship space. It just depends on what message resonated with you. But either way, it rocks, moving into something that can be foundational for you and can be abundant, and you can tend to it and nurture it, and it can grow into something that what I get is something that you could never even imagine. And that is, I'm gonna leave y'all with that message, Virgo, because that's all I got for you. Okay. Remember, these are very short, quick, general spreads, personal reads. You can book with me. You can also sign up for the Patreon memberships, the SunshinehazeCo memberships, in which I do love readings and money readings, and you also get a personal spread for yourself as well. So if you need more insight on whatever I was just talking about, go on and book a reading with me, okay? We are not using pink. We're using green today. We just did Virgo, and I am not going to skip Libra today. I did the Libras so dirty last week. Well, I didn't do them super dirty. I remembered that I skipped them after I did Scorpio. But I almost forgot Libra. And you know what? That one little piece of cracker held me through one read. And that might be how this has to go. Because I am racing the clock here. I got 45 minutes before this call, and I would like to be done with these reads before the call starts. So okay. All right. Again, sorry for the ASMR. Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. What's popping for the month of May 2023 for people with these placements? What's the energy? Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. What is the overall energy for people with these Libra placements for May 2023? Oof. All right, Libra, May might be a little rocky for you guys. You got space, you got the devil, and you got the 5 of Wands. So what I get is that I get a couple of messages here, and it's all very closely related to the mental for you guys, which doesn't surprise me because we are in Mercury retrograde, and while you guys are not ruled by Mercury, you're an air sign, so you're like your communication and your mental space and your perspective and all that typically tends to get hit a little bit harder than other people with maybe other placements depending on what we got going on, right? So the energy that I get for you during this month is there's a couple of things. For some of you Libras, and this just came up for me, is you need to watch your surroundings. And this is going to sound funny, but the devil in sheep's clothing. And that is so interesting. Okay. Libras in spaces or around people who are super religious or who are, always wearing crosses or always talking about God or always blah, 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 blah. And this is not to say that that's bad, but be mindful of those people if you've been in a space like that recently, because I did just get the devil in sheep's clothing. So their intentions might not be the best for you. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But I also do get that Libra, you may be putting yourself, or you may have been in an energy or in an area or around people who are just not the best for you. I also get this is so interesting. I also get advice. You've maybe been getting advice from people who don't know what they're talking about. It sounds good, or it seems like they should know what they're talking about, but they don't know. What's the saying? They don't know they ass from a hole in the ground is the energy that I'm getting here. How you going to tell somebody something that you ain't never experienced? And the energy that I get is that they're going back to that, the devil in sheep's clothing, they're pulling the wool over your eyes. It's like they present the advice or they present the directions or the instructions. Citrus, your little ass has been in trouble all day. Stop. The presentation is nice. It's pretty, it's nicely packaged, all nice and wrapped up with a bow. But on the inside is just a pile of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's the energy that I'm getting, Libra. You got to be mindful about where you're taking your advice from. Because I also get this energy that is so, I get the word experiment, and I also get the words advantage. There is this energy of they might be using you to experiment with some stuff. I don't know what the some stuff is. It could be like some new things in the workspace. I don't know. But being taken advantage of is really the energy that I'm getting for you guys for this month. You guys have to be very mindful of the people that you are around and what people are telling you. Do not just take everything as it's handed to you. Don't just say yes because somebody says, oh, this is how it goes. Do your own research. Tap into your own self, align with your highest good, and feel out. Use your intuition to feel out what works for you. You have the space card. You need to take a moment away from the things or the people that you have been mixing and mingling with, or you need to stop the habits. This is like, you need to take a break. You need to take a break from whatever that you've been excuse me, that you've been completely mixed and mingled in, combined, intertwined with, however you want to say it. You need to take a break. You need to take a breather. You need to take a step back, and you need to analyze the situation. And I think when you do that, you will see that a lot of it is maybe not good for you. And it might be time for you to change courses. You know, after we hit the 5 in the suit, the energy shifts. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that at that for you, Libra. That's your energy. That's your message. If you need more insight, you can book a personal spread with me, okay? All them links are in my description box. All right, we are going to get into Scorpio next. All right, so what's popping for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising for May 2023? What is the energy? What is in store for people with these placements? Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. What's good for May 2023? And at this point, I have done Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, and Libra. We are getting into Scorpio now. Reading with the Prism Oracle. Oh, we need another card for Scorpio. Reading with the Prism Oracle and the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. Ooh, you got pain, 8 of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. Okay, Scorpio. All right, y'all. If you're new here, I do not sugarcoat spreads. My mom says there's a saying my mama has, and I apply it to my readings. I do not sugarcoat my spreads. I keep it very real because I do not want to put y'all in a trick bag. I'm gonna just give y'all what it is and what I get. It may resonate. This is general. It's not going to resonate with everybody. If it doesn't, charge it to the game. If it does, I hope the message finds you well and provides you with the insight that you need, okay? Let's get into it. For May, you got pain, you got the 8 of Cups, and you've also got the 7 of Swords. So obviously, this could be related to love. So for some of you guys in a love space, and it doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship. I get just whoever you are very closely romantic, whoever is tugging on your heartstrings, they might have some secrets. And by secrets, I mean they probably got hoes. And you might be in that bunch, like, just to keep it very real. They probably got hoes and you probably one of them. And you might figure that out this month. The energy here is that is going to come to light this month. But with that being said, Scorpio, y'all are smart. So I don't necessarily always like to see the 8 of Cups, but I'm a little happy to see it coming up with these cards, because this tells me that Scorpio, even though your little heart might be like, well, damn, you are in your head like, well, okay, cool, chucking up the deuces. We can move along with this. That's trash, but I don't need to remain here and try and make you love me. I'm good. I can get hoes too. And that's kind of the energy that I pick up for you guys if that love message resonates, okay? Now, speaking to a more general message, there is a situation this month, and I get, Scorpio, something you are very heavily emotionally invested in. It does not have to be a relationship. We have emotional investments and attachments to family, to friendships, to our career spaces, to physical places, to habits. It's just something you are very tied into closely. I'm like, what am I hearing moving? I forgot Citrus is in trouble. She's behind me. Something you are very attached to or that you've put a lot of effort into. I almost get this sense of like something that you would be sad if it went away. And that's pretty much what I'm getting here. With the Seven of Swords, there's either something you are not seeing that is making this not for you anymore, or there is something that is saying like, hey, it's time for us to think about making some changes here because, well, it could be both, making some changes here because you're not necessarily in alignment with this anymore. And that may be where the sadness comes from. When we are heavily invested, when we put all our work and our time and our effort into these jobs, into these friendships, these relationships, into these conversations with people that we care about, or into certain habits or certain projects, and it gets to a point to where it's like, oh, you're just not in alignment with that anymore, it makes you sad. And sometimes it might even make you a little mad because it's like, excuse me, I did way too much here, and you mean to tell me this ain't it for me no more? Nah, I'm not trying to hear all that. Well, Scorpio, it is time for you to hear all that this month, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately, but not necessarily. It's not necessarily unfortunate. You know, I have a saying, everything in our lives, or people come in our lives, or things come in our lives for reasons, seasons, and lessons learned. Scorpio, it looks like you've gotten your reason. It looks like you've had your season, and now you're at the point of, okay, lessons learned, and it's time to wrap that up and move on to the next. Okay, you do have the Eight of Cups, and when I read this card, I do tell my clients, when the Eight of Cups pops up somewhere, it does tell me, hey, you put a lot in here, and it's going to be a little bit of a hurt for you to walk away from it, or from you to finally cut the cord there. But this is how we read the Eight of Cups, or how I read the Eight of Cups. You've gotten to this point. You got all these cups. You've had these cups for a while, okay? They getting old. You done dropped them a couple times, and now you're at a point to where your cups might have a little bit of juice left in it, but that shit is spilled all down the, you carrying broken cups, broken glass cups up and down a path, okay? Instead of carrying these cups with broken glass and continuing to put it to your lips and cutting your lips and trying to suck the little pieces of liquid that's left because you done dropped it all over the path at this point, why not just put those cups down and go buy you a new set of some nice glasses? You could go get you some crystal. You could go get you some nice colorful. Y'all, I saw these really colorful glasses a couple years ago on Twitter, and I think I have it bookmarked. I gotta look, but they were very expensive. But I'm like, you know, you have an opportunity now to figure out, you can go for whatever it is that you want now, but you have to put them other cups down, because you can't go pick up new cups while you're still holding on to the old shit. That's really the message here. And even though it might be a little sad because you like, oh, but I made these cups, or oh, I've had these cups forever. Okay, all right, we get it, nostalgia, but you need to put them cups down and go see what them new cups is hitting for, because I think you'll find that maybe there's some wine in those that's a little bit better than juice. You know what I'm saying? And that's the message for you, Scorpio. I'm going to leave that at that. That's all I got for you for May. All right, let's get these cards shuffled, and we will get into Sagittarius. All right, Sag, because Sagittarius will not fit on that little piece of space. All right, Sag Sun, Sag Moon, and Sag Rising. What is the overall energy for people with these Sagittarius placements for the month of May 2023? Let's pull some supporting tarot for you guys. So what is the energy for Sag Sun, Sag Moon, and Sag Rising for May 2023? What's popping for people with those placements? Got creativity, the Two of Wands, and the Nine of Discs. I like this. I forget what sign also got creativity, but maybe you need to link up with them. Sag, I like that this month you get an opportunity. I do get that you're going to get some choices, some options coming in for you. And then peep this. You might be very secure and stable in whatever it is that you're already doing, but I don't necessarily know that you're all that passionate about it. I am picking up on like it. I feel like you going through the motions to pay the bills, right? Sag, you're going to get opportunities this month that take you out of going through the motions to pay the bills and allow you to go through some motions that you would actually like to go through to pay the bills and to also have some more money in your pocket is a message that I get. I do get that it could be a big decision, like you may have to make some major changes if you do want to take those opportunities. But on the other side of making that decision, you have the Nine of Discs, the Nine of Pentacles. So what this does, listen, you could be doing what you got to do right now and it could be working for you, but there's something else out there that is better for you that you would probably enjoy a lot more, that will bring you a lot more abundance, and not even just on a financial level. Like, yeah, because we got a coins card here, obviously, yes, abundance on a financial level, make that decision. But when I'm speaking to abundance with this card, I'm also getting like a abundance of positivity, abundance of opportunity, abundance of joy and happiness. That's the type of abundance I'm talking about. But it's up to you to actually make the decision. I also get here, Sag, that it actually could be up to you to create the opportunities for yourself by way of your talents and your skills. This is specific for business owners. I got entrepreneur. If you're not already a business owner, Sag, there is some sort of talent or capability that you have. For some of you guys, it could be making something like a physical product. Some of you guys are Sagittarians. It could be spiritual work. Like if you haven't, and it's so funny because people be like, oh, you would suggest that? Yes, I do suggest this because I'm not the tarot reader for everybody. I know my style of reading is not for everybody, and I know everybody's not going to connect with me. If you feel like, hey, I think I want to get into spirituality, make sure that you are really, cleansing your energy and really doing your research and are really connected. But there's also a message here that says you might have a path in a spiritual field. Like, and it might not be tarot. It could be Reiki. It could be some sort of mediumship. It could be something else. You could just open up a spiritual shop. Like maybe you don't do anything but sell spiritual ritual products, like whatever. But I do get a message for some of you guys, especially on a business front, there's opportunity for abundance there, but you have to take the leap of faith and bet on yourself to go down that path to create it. Okay. Now, on the other side of that, because I literally pulled the creativity card, for some of you Sagittarians, this speaks to your creative talents. Do you sing? Do you write? Do you dance? What do you do? If you do something, and y'all are Sagittarius, y'all like to always be learning new things. So I'm sure you do a few somethings. If you do something, you need to maybe pick that back up again, or maybe start posting it on the internet and using all the hashtags that relate to it, because there's the best way I can put this is that there is opportunities for you to tap into, but you have to put yourself out there. People have to see it first, but once they see it, that's how the door opens, and then they come to you with the opportunity. So it's like you're creating the opportunities, but you're kind of just like opening the door for the creation of said opportunities. But you got to put your abilities out there. So if you dance, if you sing, if you crawl on walls like Spider-Man, I don't know, whatever you do, start posting on TikTok, start posting on YouTube, start posting on Instagram, and start hashtagging that shit. And I think, you're going to get a lot of spam sex bots, but I think you'll actually get some interest that will have opportunities for you. So, when those things come in, take them, but be doing the things that can actually put that energy out there to create the opportunities for you. Okay. I know that was very quick, fast, and easy for you, Sag, but that's really all I got for you guys. Good. How do I want to say? Good energy this month, but I do get you guys might be in, and this is probably going to come before these opportunities start popping up, but you're going to get into a space of feeling kind of antsy, like, I'm bored. I want to do something. I want to do something different. And I feel like as soon as you start feeling like that, very shortly after is when this stuff is going to start popping up. But you can prepare in advance for it and start putting yourself out there on the internet now, or start, you know, networking with your talents and all the things, and you can start creating the opportunities now. But I do get that that is an energy that you guys will probably be picking up on. Okay. All right. Let's get into Capricorn. You mess up your order 1 week, and then from then on, you're like, did I go in order? I'm going in order. We're good today. We are good today. All right. See, Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon, and Capricorn rising. What is popping? What's going down? What's going up? It's all the things. What's good for the month of May 2023 for people with these Capricorn placements? Give me some good cards, please, because this is my rising sign, and I had a good read for my sun and moon, so I'm gonna need them to align. I don't want duality. I don't want no duality this time. I just want all good cards. Cap, sun, moon, and rising. All right, let's pull your supporting tarot. What's the energy? What are these people? What are these people? What are the people with these placements tapping into? Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising, May 2023. Ooh, that was an interesting cut. So I think that card was meant to come out. Oh, I'd be so nervous pulling from my signs. Protection, Prince of Wands, and the Three of Swords. And that's why I'd be nervous. Because what is this? What is this? Okay, I got a couple of specific messages for you, Capricorn. And it's not gonna resonate with everybody, okay? Take what does, leave what doesn't. For some of you Capricorns, I do get that in a relationship space, or even if you're not in a relationship, like with the person that you are romantically involved with, especially if they are a fire sign, Aries, Sag, Leo, typically younger. They could be younger than you. This is the Prince card, it's not the King. They could be younger than you, or they could just rock with a little bit more of a youthful and or immature type of energy. You got the Three of Swords here, and you got protection. So I get there's a message here for people dealing with those types of fire signs, that something may be going down. They may be mixed in some things that you don't know about, and you may be finding out about that this month. But I get a cycles, I'm like a rubber band bangs. Boing, yoing, yoing, yoing. Like I'm seeing like a rubber band bouncing. So what that tells me is that Capricorn, you might have a tendency to get just far enough away and then snap right back into whatever this is. So if you are dealing with a Sag, Aries, Leo, especially if they're younger than you, or they're more immature, they're a little more lively. If you're in a space to where you have walked away from them yet again, especially because of some Three of Swords energy, you need to snap the rubber band. You don't need to let it bounce back. Just snap that shit and let it move on. Protect your heart, protect your peace. I get that. That's big here. Protect your peace, Capricorn. And on some real shit, Capricorns do not like to have their peace disturbed anyway. So I feel like I'm gonna have to come at y'all for a little second. Don't do some shit that will disturb your peace by your own hand. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know what I mean? Protect your peace, protect your heart, protect your space, protect your boundaries. I get that too. Don't snap the rubber band back. Pop that shit. Like shoot it, shoot it off into space and go do something different. Okay. Now, I also get this. Now, this message is more on a general level. What I also get with these cards here is that there could be some sort of opportunity coming in for you, Capricorn, and I feel like you have to be very careful with the way your money is moving. For some of you guys, I feel like there's an opportunity to invest and do something. And the best way I can put it, like, you know, those types of jobs where it's like, oh, pay into this so you can do this, like them job boards, or like some marketing jobs. Pay into this and you can make this type of money. Be careful with that, Capricorn, because they might be doing something funny with your money, and you might end up in a trick bag with that. Just be mindful. Double, and we're in Mercury retrograde, so I'm not surprised. Be mindful of how you're moving your money, who you have in your financial business, and how you are handling your finances, okay? In addition to protecting your peace and your heart and your boundaries, you also need to protect your pockets during this month as well. So protect all them peas, protect all the shits, protect it all. Is there anything else that I get for Capricorn with these cards? No, that's it. That's it. I mean, like, I connected, but I'm like, connect, give me some more. That's it. That's all I got for you, Capricorn. So just be mindful of what you got going on with your money and stuff. Um, and then also, if you're dealing with somebody in these, with this energy, also if this energy's in their big three, just, they might have some things going on. Just be careful. Be careful with them. Or leave them in the dust, like I said earlier. All right. That's it for Capricorn. Let's get into Aquarius. Notorious. All right. Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, and Aquarius rising. What's the sitch? Do. Oh, yeah. I'm your basic average girl. I don't know why Kim Possible is in my head. And I'm here to save the world. What the fuck does Aquarius have going on this month? Why are we singing Kim Possible? Why? Why are we singing Kim Possible for Aquarius? That is an interesting one. I know I said what's the sitch, but I said that because I had Kim Possible in my head while I was shuffling, talking about what's going on, and I kept saying in my head, what's the sitch? And so I said, I'm just going to say it out loud. And now we singing Kim Possible. What does Aquarius, what Aquarius sun, moon, and rising? Because what? I have a feeling y'all spread is gonna be just weird as, yeah, and it is. Like what? Okay, you got death, the 4 of discs, the 4 of coins, 4 of pentacles, and 7 of swords. Okay, Aquarius. This is so like, air signs blow me, like, literally. I mean, the pun is intended, because what you got the death card, the 4 of discs, and the 7 of swords. So the main energy that I get here from this is like a very much so like it's time to wrap something up, but you need to move in silence with it. And when I'm putting those messages together, Aquarius, what I get, I feel like I was singing Kim Possible, specifically the part talking about being your basic average girl here to save the world. I feel like some of you guys may have been in a space where you are just who everybody depends on. And while that's, and sometimes that's what people like to do. That's what they sign up for. They say, hey, this is what I want to do. But listen, Aquarius, that is not y'all's natural energy. Yeah, you are associated with the collective, but y'all are the individuals. Y'all are ruled by Uranus. You like to spontaneously pop up, go try new things, go do new things. You have very independent energy. And so what I get is that a lot of you may have been in a space, or you may be feeling this month, where everybody's depending on you and you don't have the freedom to do the things that you want to do anymore. And I also get with these cards that it's starting to feel like a day-to-day thing for you. So this is what I will tell you with your cards. You need to start, and this is this is true Aquarian energy, because I'm about to tell you to dip out quietly. But you need to start in your head, within your own heart space, within your own business. I don't feel like you need to mix and mingle anybody in what you with what you've got going on or what you're planning. But you need to start planning your exit from whatever this energy is that everybody's depending on you for. And not to say that, you know, leave people in the dust, but you need to plan your exit from being that person for everybody that go to. You know, I'm a Cancer sun, Cancer moon, Cancer Venus. I'm also the oldest sibling on both sides of my family. Okay, so I very much so understand oh, you are you're the person that people are going to with all their problems, with all their questions, with just with their conversations. And it's not always bad, but it's like you are always the go-to for everything. And that is kind of the energy that I get here. And so Aquarius, it's time for you to take a little bit of a vacation. That's really what's popping up here. And so this is like, start planning. And I get 4 of discs here. And I know this is very specific. Again, this may resonate with some people and it may not resonate with everybody. Take what does, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate at all, charge it to the game. Go and watch your sun and moon, or rising, whatever. I don't know what sign you are watching right now, but you know, start secretly, quietly planning something for yourself. Don't let nobody else know what you got going on, because once you start telling people your plans, they want to include themselves in it. So if you planning a little weekend individual getaway, don't tell your significant and I know that sounds bad, don't tell your significant other until like the week of. You know, because you tell him or her a few weeks in advance, they're going to start trying to take off days from work, start making plans to come up with you. And you're like, no, this is a me trip. I'm Aquarius individual right now. And I feel like you just need some me time. And May is the month in which it shows you need a little bit of me time. You need to quiet your mind, to realign. That's really all it's needed for, is what I'm feeling. But you need a little bit of a moment to yourself. And it is okay to want that and to need that. And I feel like this is a very interesting message, because I'm about to speak to the parents, to the mamas and the daddies out there. It is completely okay to want a break from your kids. You are crazy if you really believe that you don't ever want a break from your kids. Don't feel bad about wanting a break from them little things. Like, because trust and believe, your parents wanted breaks from you too. And when you look back, did they not take breaks? Did you not get dropped off at Grammys or pawpaws or TTs or uncles or yo TT that's not really yo TT? Like, you know what I mean? They took breaks. Everybody needs breaks. Everybody needs moments to themselves. Do not feel bad if you got kids and you like, I need some time. You more so than anybody else need some time, to keep it completely real. Don't feel bad about that. And you can, and maybe, okay, and if you do have kids, you may have to tell whoever is going to babysit, but tell them to keep it on the hush hush. Yo, plans for privacy for a weekend or so, you know? Take a little moment for yourself and don't feel bad about needing a break to recalibrate. It's okay. And you can do that, and understand when you do that, it's better for everybody. Because when we're out of calibration, that's when we start snapping on people. That's when we start being mean. That's when things start going all crazy. Take the moment to get yourself right, so everything else around you can continue to be right. Okay? Okay. All right. That's it. Quick, fast, and easy for Aquarius, too. Take a breather, Aquarius, okay? Let's get into Pisces. Pisces sun, moon, and rising. What is popping for people with these Pisces energies for the month of May? What y'all got going on? Whew, y'all, my stomach is starting to growl, but I think I'm gonna be able to swing this read and finish right on time for my meeting. But he gonna have to be on mute, or they gonna have to be on mute, because I will be eating. Bars. Hire me to ghostwrite your raps. Pisces sun, moon, and rising. Excuse the neighbor's dogs. I don't even know if y'all could hear them, but anger and the Four of Wands and the Seven of Swords. Who, Pisces? Why? Okay. What I get here is possibly, and I get that this could be in a few, why are we barking so much? It was cute for a couple seconds. I get that possibly there could be something that you were going for, or something that was promised to you, or something that you're very invested in, okay, that is not necessarily as it seems, and it's gonna make you mad. And I get career space or on a love front for you guys. So it is possible that in a career space you may have taken a job that really seemed good during the interview process, but a little bit down the line you're starting to find things out. You're starting to see that, hey, they actually not paying what they said they was gonna pay. Hey, they actually not letting me work remotely. This is hybrid. They actually not giving me the benefits I was looking for. They're actually asking for too much of me, and it's not gonna be looking like what you thought it was, and it's gonna start pissing you off. There's so much going on. This apartment complex drives me crazy. Like, they just don't know how to be, like, that's never 5 minutes apiece, any time in 24 hours. And it's going to start making you mad. And I also get that for some of you Pisces, especially single Pisces, you may have, and this is funny because it goes two ways. You might be dealing with somebody or in a relationship with somebody who you thought was the one, or they could think you're the one, but there's secrets. And I feel like this is more so speaking to you, Pisces. I think you might be dealing with somebody who is only dealing with you, or who is very focused on you, and you may be focused in other spaces. The Seven of Swords is probably being held by you, and this is gonna piss them off. I'm gonna pull one more card for you, because all I'm getting for Pisces is that you're gonna be pissed off in May. What? Can we get something else for Pisces? What else is up? The Seven of Wands. Ooh, that's interesting. So this does tell me that Pisces, maybe you need to focus on yourself this month. In any direction, whether it's love, so whatever situation that was, maybe you are the one doing the hurt, or maybe you're the one hurting. It doesn't really matter. Or maybe you're the one pissed, or maybe they're pissed. But maybe you need to just be by yourself for a little minute. Maybe you need to work on some things for yourself. Like, maybe you don't need to mix and mingle your energy with other people, because right now it's not in alignment with where it needs to be. On a career sector, you might need to cut that cord, light that fire up, and phoenix on out of there and go find something different to do. And with the Seven of Wands coming out, it does tell me that you might need to do something on your own, like either entrepreneurial or maybe freelancing, or like being a gig worker. And there's several different types of gigs out there. Like, y'all, I've been doing promos and demos since I was 21. I've done everything from tobacco promos to liquor promos to technology demos to food demos to, like, there's you can demo anything. You can go contract yourself out for pretty much. If you have a skill, I also freelance. I write. I contract myself out to write people's webpage copies, to make people's, social media content, to write their resumes, to write their bios. If you have any kind of skill, you can put yourself out there and you can make a living doing it. I will say, as an entrepreneur and as a freelance worker and as a contract worker, as a self-employed person, it is a little bit harder, because I've also worked in corporate spaces and in like retail spaces as well, and customer service spaces as well. It's a little bit harder, but you do have a card here that says, if whatever you're in right now is not working for you, then you need to go and create the reality that you want. And I mean, like, if you look at the imagery, this chick, she has a shield, and yes, there was some little, these are wands, but we're gonna call them arrows. There were some arrows and they on fire, but she's either shielding herself from it or she's moving forward, and that's her weapon. It doesn't really matter, right? She's got what she needs to get to where she needs to go. And Pisces, you might have to tap into that inner strength, that inner fire, that inner courage, and bet on yourself and make those changes and go do something for yourself. Maybe you don't need to work on somebody else's corporate dream. Maybe that's why it's not working out for you. Maybe you need to work on your own dreams. Maybe you don't need to be in these situations where you're putting your energies into other people. Maybe right now it's just you need to be selfish, and that's okay. Sometimes that's the way it rocks, and it is what it is. But because it is what it is, you need to harness that energy and get it rocking and rolling and get to the spaces and start making the changes and taking the actions that you need to. Okay. Okay. And that's all I got for Pisces. Let's get into the last sign, which will be Aries. Because we started with Taurus. We are now in Taurus season. All right. Aries sun, Aries moon, and Aries rising. What's popping for people with these Aries placements for the month of May 2023? What's the energy? Oop, almost dropped the whole deck. So what y'all got going on, Aries? Aries sun, moon, rising. What's popping for people with these Aries placements? May 2023. Intuition, Judgment, and the Princess of Wands. Okay. I got two for you. So first things first, what I get, Aries, is that obviously you need to be paying attention to the messages and listen to your inner voice to make your decisions this month, especially when it comes to confusion. But you have the Princess of Wands and you have Judgment. And what I will say with that card, with the intuition there, it does tell me that for you to put yourself in the spaces that you want to be in or at the levels that you want to be at, you have to do the work. This is you. This is the Princess of Wands. This is Aries. Could be Sag, it could be Leo, but this is you coming up in your spread in which it says, you know, if you want to be in the spaces that you're meant to be in with this Judgment card, you do have to actually tap into your own internal fire and put yourself there. And what I get, Aries, is that for some of you, if this message is resonating, the reason you haven't tapped into that fire is because there's almost like I feel like you think you have a lack of knowledge for whatever it is that you're trying to do. And you maybe don't know everything you need to know, but you know how to fix that. You go and learn what you need to learn. You get your ass on the internet, on Google, and look up what you need to look up. And let me put you guys on game, because I went to school, but I also was broke. Pretty much everything that I got for myself that I've learned, I figured out how to get it for free. And once again, sometimes it's a little bit harder, but you can find free courses online. You can find free content. You're going to be on Google for a while, but you can figure out the things that you need to figure out to increase your knowledge, your wealth of knowledge, and to put yourself in the spaces and increase your skills, sharpen your skills so that you are in alignment with the things that you were meant to be in alignment with, okay? That's specific message number one. On the flip side, Aries, and I'm sorry, I do have to keep it real with you guys, you do have a message here that tells me May might be a month in which you are dealing with a little bit of karma, okay? And it can go one of two ways. And I've been saying this for people with Saturn and Pisces, because Saturn just went into Pisces. If you've been moving good, whatever that may mean to you, May is where you start to see a return on good, abundant karma. So if you've been putting good energy out there this month, you're going to start feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm so blessed. I'm getting so many things from myself. So many people are giving me opportunities. So many people are blah, 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 A, B, C, X, Y, Z, all the things, okay? On the other side of that, if you've been moving funny, moving bad, not putting good energy out there, May is the month in which you receive a return on that karma. So if you've been acting funny with people, this is the month in which the universe or God or your angel, whatever you believe in, is going to show you, hey, you got to go through a little bit of some things because you was moving funny in this space and area. But what I will tell you, Aries, is whichever way it rocks, you will know exactly what the return on karma is coming from. So if it's good, you'll know, like, this is a blessing because I did this. If it's quote unquote bad, you'll know, you'll be like, damn, this is my karma from acting like this back whenever, you know what I'm saying? So just know things are falling into alignment for you this month on a karmic level, and it's going to rock whichever way you've been rocking. So if you scared from hearing that, then, you know, tighten up, and you still going to receive karma, but it's never too late to tighten up and start being a better person. Now, if you feel good, that doesn't mean start doing things with the intention of always receiving good karma. Good karma comes to people who do good things without wanting anything in return. So if that's what you've been doing, you will receive your abundant return this month. Now, if you start moving the way I was just talking about, you going to end up on the flip side of the bad karma, and we don't want that, okay? And I say that you'll know because you have the intuition card here. You'll know what the karmic return is for, all right? But again, just to wrap this up for you, Aries, this is a month in which things can come into alignment for you, but you do have to do the work. And then on the other side of that, your karma is coming through during this month, which does not surprise me because you just had a solar eclipse. So illuminating things that need to be illuminated for you, you're on your eclipse axis. And so your change is a little bit more prominent than everybody else's, okay? Okay. And that is all I got for you, Aries. And that means that's all I got for everybody. That wraps up our wraps up our readings for the month. I will be on TikTok later on in a few hours to do the week ahead. I do the weekly reads on TikTok live. I do the monthlies over here. If you want the love and money monthlies, you got to subscribe to my Patreon. And if you weren't here earlier, or if you're just now, whenever you watch this video, if you skip past the beginning part, the next 10 people that sign up for my Patreon membership, because I did just start it, you will get a free chakra bracelet from SunshinehazeCo shop. And if once you sign up, I'll send you a message and see which one you want. I'm not just going to, or maybe I will, depending if you want to be surprised. I can also surprise you with the chakra. But next 10 people who sign up get a free chakra bracelet. It's retrograde and eclipse season. I have retrograde and eclipse readings. Again, I have Patreon memberships, and that is it. Those are the shameless plugs. I'm going to wrap this up because I got a meeting that I got to take, and they probably are calling me right now. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will catch y'all next time. And if you're going to watch the weeklies, I'll catch y'all in a couple hours on TikTok. Peace.